perfect balance like a triple beam. When it's time for action, I direct the scene. A lot of practice, we perfect the team. You attack the squad, they protect the king. Dog black and white like jungle fever. She walk out, I got a walk-in freezer. Time is money, but talk is cheaper. That's the reason you choose to keep. I'm taking off, nigga, trust, believe it. Your style is old like Justin Bieber. When I'm off the reefer, I can talk to Jesus. He on the squad, but y'all non-believers. I talk to God, y'all talk to preachers. I know the math, I can call it secret. I know all the angels and all the demons, all the knowledge and all the secrets. I'm in the Edison bracket. This ain't no regular rapping. I get ahead of the action, demand and supply where competitors lacking. My niggas dying too soon. That's why I ride with them goons. You can get fly in your room. I'm about to fly to the moon. I transform to a Black Panther like T'Challa, nigga. Yes, I'm the answer. Yo, baby mama says she think I'm handsome. I'm smoking ganja, that's a cure for cancer. Don't trust niggas, don't trust bitches. They'll cut your locks like they did to Samson. Cop the drop and cop the mansion. Avoid the cops, then drop an anthem. I'm a godfather, I make mob moves. Impossible missions like Tom Cruise. I spark the mind like a bomb fuse. Y'all cartoons like Cars 2. I don't reach behind, I just redesign. You can't read my mind, so you ain't see the signs. When I reach my prime, I just break through it and keep going past it. No break fluid. I just see my goals and then race through it. I might go dumb, but I ain't stupid. I'm out of this world, my rocket is smoking, I'll push it all the way to the max. It's diamonds and pearls. I'm dropping these jewels right inside of your lap. That was a lap. Now tie up your shoes and get back on the track. Keep the sound as I speaks around. You can leave the clowns, they'll keep you down. Y'all know the set, y'all see the crown. If you pose a threat, I'll release the hounds. I am the ether, I'm mathematics. I am the dope, they crack addicts. Hood X is back addict. I'm black soap, I'm black magic. I'm gone, nigga, I'm levitating and astral plane and you meditating. I've been the ether into other dimensions. I time travel, this activation. I'm out the matrix, but I fight the agents. It's so frustrating cause I lack the patience. The flow is gracious, it's back to basics. I'm out the basement, but I'm out for greatness. I woke up in 2022 and came back to the future just to meet with you. We met right here, we had a rendezvous. You would listen to my tape so you know what to do. And all I know is you gon' nod your head to this and get some bread to this. From Chicago to Los Angeles, dangerous, I am angel dust. You can't hang with us, take your aim at us. All that gang shit is strange to us. Watch me go ape shit, your bitch is basic. Time to change the tires on this spaceship. Time to press rewind on my tape shit. I was trying to find some 7 signs on some same shit. Got back on my rape shit. Shorty say a man, he a sucker, he don't fuck her right. Goofy motherfucker, stupid, you know, just a sucker type. But you know how we do it, baby, you ain't gotta sacrifice. Cause me and you, we make the type of music bring you back to life. Analyze, digitize, multiply, multiply, multiply. Look in her eyes, touch her thighs. Multiply, multiply, multiply. Analyze, digitize, multiply, multiply, multiply. Look in her eyes, then touch her thighs. Multiply, multiply, multiply. This is Dr. Spock with a rock sound. This is Tupac mixed with Doc Brown. That means it's back to the future. Plus I get around, y'all stay jealous. I'm Mayweather in the 7th round. Kanye text me, he said, Blau, don't let us down. They tryna do Chicago like New Orleans, they gon' let us drown. My side chick say she want a real relationship, but I can see straight through the bitch like an ultrasound. Somebody found my heart inside the lost and found. Right next to the fuck said I couldn't give. And I don't give a fuck, nigga, not at all. And I blame it all on my fucking kids. I survived the Bush era, I deserve awards. 100 rifles on the table with 100 swords. Fuck you mean, I came to blow steam and I came to get cream. If that means I take yours, no vinyl, no YouTube and no SoundCloud and no title. Hood X is in the blood, going viral. I can't do no handcuffs, I can't do no blindfolds, but I can do this shit with my eyes closed. I'm multiplying. Analyze, digitize, multiply, multiply, multiply. Look in her eyes, touch her thighs. Multiply, multiply, multiply. Turn 5 into 10, turn 10 into 20, turn water into wine, turn wine into Henny, turn Henny into Douce in the Ace of Spades. The concert looking like the Macy's Day Parade. We throwing gang signs like we about to play charades. The loud pack looking like we about to throw grenades. Patron spilling while a nigga flipping off the stage. Then pop up out the
peoples? What up? What up? What up? What up? Okay, so somebody asked me to do a video. You know what? I just realized I don't even have to do this stupid shit like this. Somebody asked me to do a video. Now, let me turn this shit off. This shit's stupid. I ain't gotta do this shit like this. I'm tweaking. Straight tweaking. Yeah, so somebody asked me to do a video talking about my favorite movies. So that's basically what this video gonna be. I'm totally fucking this whole shit right now. Okay, so I'm gonna set up this YouTube shit so we can get right into it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna get right into this and just show some trailers. Hopefully they don't flag the video. And we're gonna sit back and just check out some of my favorite movies. There we go. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna start with this one. Okay, so the Scorpio dude told me about this movie. It's called Into the Void. I don't know if you ever seen this movie. You know what I'm saying? It was a wild ass movie. It became one of my favorite movies.
Do you remember that pact we made?
Kind of.
We promised to never leave each other.
Never ever.
Never ever. And if you die, I'll come back.
Do you know that tomorrow is the anniversary of Mom and Dad's death?
Tibetan Book of the Dead? I'm assuming it's about death.
It tells you how your spirit comes out from your body after you die. At first you can see all your life reflected in a magic mirror, and then you see these lights, all these different lights, of all different colors.
Alex is gonna make you a junkie.
I know I'm not a junkie. Come on.
It's not your friend. We're gonna be like family from now on. Just you and me.
Do you remember that pact we made? We promised to never leave each other, no matter what.
Yeah, so hold on, stop. How you stop this shit? So that was Into the Void. Stop this shit, man. See, this is fuckery.
If you live
fucking fuckery is real. Alright, so yeah, that was Into the Void. Basically, if you never heard that movie, you know what I'm saying? It was a movie about this guy took this DMT and shit, and I don't want to spoil it, you know what I'm saying? But it's a real elevated movie, for lack of a better word. You know what I'm saying? It's a great fucking movie, man. You know what I'm saying? And he basically took this DMT and he went through transition, basically. He went through the void, basically. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil it, but it's a great movie to watch, man. It's called Into the Void. Into the Void. Check that out. What else? I got a lot of movies on it, so I'm just gonna kind of move through these. Let me see. Another movie. Oh, this is one of my favorite movies. Hold on, let me put this button out. The weed has kicked in. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. This movie's not even and mind you, like a couple of those movies I'm gonna show tonight are not, you know, spiritual. We'll say they just dope ass movies, but most of them are, you know, spiritual or, you know, elevated for the most part. But all of them aren't like this movie.
These are the people who make Gentleman Jack. Cultured, refined,
Just kidding. They're the same folks who make Old Number 7. They simply take the time to mellow it twice. Gentleman Jack, from the makers of Jack Daniels.
The fuck? Okay.
This guy comes to town every Tuesday. Are you free Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm free Tuesday.
You can't stop what you can't see.
This guy came from the outside. He was a pro. He was fast.
In the art of the kill, Leon was the master.
Somebody's coming up. Somebody's serious.
He never missed a hit. He never got caught.
You're indestructible. Bullets slide off you. You played with them.
And above all else, he never had a reason to care. Until now.
I like these calm little moments before the storm.
My family was shot down by DEA officers.
3 kids here. One of them is missing. Find her.
Please open the door. Please.
From the director of La Femme Nikita.
If you don't help me, I'll die tonight. I can feel it.
An innocent girl with no one else to turn to.
What exactly do you do for a living?
Cleaner.
You mean you're a hitman? Cool.
A perfect assassin.
I need you to help me, Leon. I want to get those dirtbags who killed my brother.
With someone to finally believe in.
Change ain't good. Remember that, Leon.
I will.
They're about to come face to face with a cop who's crossed the line.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean, everyone?
Yeah, so that movie was called The Professional. That movie changed my life, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? I actually shot a movie called 79th. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't never seen that movie, you know what I'm saying? It was on YouTube for a while, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to get a copy of 79th, all you gotta do is hit me up, so I can get you a copy of it. But that movie really influenced one of the first major movies I made was called 79th. You know what I'm saying? And also too, I had the opportunity to meet Natalie Portman, you know what I'm saying, which was crazy, and I don't know, I grew up watching that movie, and like that movie was like one of the first movies that ever grabbed me as a child, you know what I'm saying, and just it was it's a lot of themes in that movie, you know what I'm saying, that just caught me as a young child as an Aquarius, you know what I'm saying. It was just a lot, like if you're an Aquarius, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't never seen that movie, I highly suggest you watch The Professional, you know what I'm saying. It's just a lot of themes in that movie that just, you know what I'm saying, hit me at a young age, you know what I'm saying, just stuck with me. It was a great fucking movie, man. It's a fucking sick ass movie, So, like I said, that movie didn't really have nothing it's not a spiritual movie, that's just one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. And like I said, if you watch that movie and you watch the movie I made 79th, you will definitely see the influence, you know what I'm saying, of that movie on the movie that I made. This is another one of my movies that I ain't gonna even show that yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just show that yet. This was one of the movies I saw as a kid that really struck me and just stuck out with me, you know what I'm saying, growing up. Let me see. Is this? Nah. This movie right here had Keanu Reeves in it playing Buddha. Oh, can I do this? No, I guess I can't. Damn.
If you shop on...
Go back. Right, see, this is why I hate this shit. Let me do like this. I hate this. All right, wait, do I erase this? That right there. Y'all gotta give me a second. Hold on. I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Let's do that again. Little Boot. Now this movie, if you ain't seen this movie, you definitely want to check this movie out. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of symbolism in this. They ain't got no trailer in this movie? Are you serious? Trailer, man. Trailer. There we go. Let's see. There we go. We check this out.
Miramax Home Entertainment proudly presents Bridget Fonda and Keanu Reeves in one of the most acclaimed films of the year, Little Buddha. Once upon a time, in a big American city, a little boy,
Jesse!
and his family discovered a fabulous fairy tale.
Little Buddha, the story of Prince Siddhartha.
A story that told of the distant past and an enchanted land, where a young prince searched for truth in a world of magic and miracles. But the most incredible miracle of all was when the fairy tale came knocking at their front door.
He's a very important Lama. He's come on a very special mission.
So you're here in Seattle to find someone?
Yes, we are looking for his reincarnation. But now we think he might have been reborn right here as your son.
Jesse?
From Academy Award-winning director Bernardo Bertolucci,
you will be my guide.
A tale of people from two different worlds on one extraordinary journey.
Have they found him? Perhaps.
Little Buddha. Starring Keanu Reeves, Bridget Fonda, Chris Isaac, Ying Ro Cheng, and introducing Alex Weisendanger. The New York Times calls it dazzling, mesmerizing, a gorgeous spectacle.
I don't believe in reincarnation.
Why should you?
We don't know why we're born or even if there is a why.
And Time magazine calls it a triumph.
I'm so happy to have found you at last.
Little Buddha, rated PG.
Yeah, so great movie. Also, not super scientific, sci-fi. You know what I'm saying? It's a real basic movie, but it did tell a real good story of Buddha with Keanu Reeves, white ass, playing, you know what I'm saying? And it was, man, that was a really good movie. The boy, I think he was like a Pisces, you know what I'm saying? And like, these monks was moving around the world trying to find like the Buddha reincarnated, you know what I'm saying? And, and they had believed that, was it Bridget Fonda or was it, I can't remember who it was. You know what I'm saying? The chick, they believe her son was Buddha reincarnated, you know what I'm saying? And they had traveled all the way across the world to come meet him. And it was a big thing whether or not he was going to go back with him. And so it was a real good movie. You know what I'm saying? I saw that movie when I was a kid too. And it just grabbed me. You know what I'm saying? That was the movie that actually introduced me into meditation. Like, I didn't even know what meditation was. And then, I went to a Catholic school growing up, you know what I'm saying? And that was one of the movies they showed us when we was in school, you know what I'm saying? And when they was talking about meditation, and they showed us that movie and introduced us to it. And I fell in love. I totally fell in love with that movie, you know what I'm saying? To this day, every time I see that movie, it feels like I watched it for the first time. It's a great, great movie. Speaking of Keanu Reeves, I guess we could do this. Keanu Reeves in a lot of these movies, you know what I'm saying? They're my favorite movies. Even I don't even like Keanu Reeves, you know what I'm saying? But this movie was, mind you, the old school one and the new school one. Both of these movies, you know what I'm saying? My father loved these movies, and he introduced me to them. And I always hold a special place in my heart about them.
We interrupt this program to give you a bulletin just received from one of our naval units at sea. A large object traveling at supersonic speed is headed over the North Atlantic toward the east coast of the United States.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Drew Pearson. We bring you this special radio television broadcast in order to give you the very latest information on an amazing phenomenon, the arrival of a space ship in Washington. The Army has taken every precaution to meet any emergency which may develop. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen, I think something is happening.
To give you these facts. But if you threaten to extend your violence, this earth of yours will be reduced to a burned out cinder.
you, what could he do?
There's no limit to what he could do. He could destroy the Earth. All vehicles, close in. Let's go.
So yeah, that's the day the Earth stood still. I'm glad they ain't flagged the video. You know what I'm saying? That movie, I wish I knew how to go back on this one. That movie my father had introduced me to, you know what I'm saying, because we went to go see the remake, which was the one with Keanu Reeves, this one right here. You know what I'm saying? And we had to compare both of them. And I really, like, that trailer really does not do that movie justice at all, because there's a lot of good dialogue. There's a lot of good points in that film. Like the boy, like they didn't show the boy. There's a lot. Like that, that's a terrible trailer for that movie. You believe it or not. Like that movie is a great, great movie. You know what I'm saying? And you watch it, you compare it to one with Keanu Reeves, you see a lot of the things that they kept the same. You know what I'm saying? It's real dope to compare those two movies. You know what I'm saying? Because both movies are they great, and the themes that's in them, everything. I fucking love these damn movies, man. Made me think of my father every time I see this movie.
Your attention, please. Make your way directly across the courtyard to the main barracks. Leave all your cell phones and cameras here. Helen.
I thought it was important to have you part of this team. Don't be afraid.
Afraid of what?
I'm going to ask you a series of control questions. Are you currently in a seated position?
Yes.
Do you feel pain?
My body does.
Are you human?
My body is.
General Quinn needs to see you in the briefing room. He says it's urgent.
Are you aware of an impending attack?
On the planet Earth.
I'll repeat the question.
Did you feel that? Feel what? You should let me go. If the Earth dies, you die. If you die, the Earth survives.
That movie is still a shit to this day. You know what I'm saying? Day the Earth stood still. If you've seen it, you already know I'm Aquarius. Why I would like it. You talk about alien invasion, outer space shit. Higher lessons to bring us all together as a social. Yeah, that shit is all right up my alley. That shit is better than porn for me. Let me get this shit right. Fuck yes, I love that movie. What else we gonna do? I guess we could do. Yeah, we could do this real quick. How many of y'all remember this movie? This movie was the shit.
Earning on that eclipse. Don't touch it. Don't touch
Not
it
this
yet.
movie.
Let me get the big one.
This one?
No.
This one?
Yes. No. The big one.
They're all the same size.
With Freedom Unlimited, you're always earning. Let me get them all. Let me get them all. Let me inside.
Yeah, YouTube had to get their check. This movie.
You're a very good observer, Cole.
We have a very advanced program, something very different.
An opportunity to reduce your sentence considerably.
And possibly play an important role in returning the human race to the surface of the Earth.
No license, no prints, no warrants.
But he took on 5 cops like he was dusted to the eyeballs.
What year is this?
What year do you think it is?
1996.
That's the future, James. Do you think you're living in the future?
I'm simply trying to gather information to help the people in the present trace the path of the virus.
We're not in the present now.
This is a place for crazy people.
I'm not saying you're not mentally ill. For all I know, you're crazy as a loon.
The army of the 12 monkeys, they're the ones that spread the virus.
Monkeys?
He's been living in a meticulously constructed fantasy world, and that world is starting to disintegrate.
You haven't become addicted to that dying world?
No, sir.
He needs help.
I think I'm crazy when people start dying next month. I don't belong here.
You're here because of the system.
I know some things that you don't know.
Yes, my son.
You sent me to the wrong year.
You're certain of that?
Science ain't an exact science.
You've had a bullet from World War I in your leg, James. How did it get there?
I don't know.
You're a trained psychiatrist. You know the difference between what's real and what's not.
You said that I had delusions. You said you could explain.
I'm trying to.
I want the future to be unknown.
I can help you. Get you out.
Can't hide from them. Don't even try.
We're all monkeys.
The thing mutates. We live underground. They're watching you.
I just want to do my part to get us back on top, in charge of the planet.
Man, yeah. If you into spirituality, if you into movies, if you a movie buff like me, and you ain't never seen 12 Monkeys, and I got the opportunity to introduce this movie to you, I am honored to be the motherfucker to introduce this movie to you. This movie is the shit. Like, if you ain't seen this movie, you talking about mind fuck, some shit that will permanently stay on your motherfucking subconscious. That movie, everything about that movie is just one of the fucking movies, man. That movie is off the fucking chain. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my favorite movies of all time. You know what I'm saying? What else we got in here? That movie's definitely a mind fuck. Yeah, speaking of mind fuck, we do something a little bit lighter. I don't know if y'all have seen this. There's a number of reasons why this is one of my favorite movies. Let me see, we do like this movie.
Mommy's going to the beauty parlor, darling. But I'm leaving you with your favorite friend, Roger. He's going to take very, very good care of you. Because if he doesn't, he's going back to the science lab.
Cut! What the hell is wrong with that take? Nothing with you, baby Herman. You were great. You were perfect. You were better than perfect. Just Roger. He keeps blowing his lines. Roger, what's this? A tweeting bird? Tweeting bird? Roger, read the script. Look what it says. It says rabbit gets clunked. Rabbit sees stars. Not birds. Stars! Can we lose the playback, please? You're killing me, killing me. For crying out loud, Roger. How many times do we have to do this damn scene? Raoul, I'll be in my trailer. Taking a nap! Excuse me,
Please, Raoul, I can give you stars. Just drop the refrigerator in my head one more time.
Roger, I dropped on your head 23 times already.
I can take it. Don't worry about me.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about the refrigerator.
This is the tale of an up-and-coming movie star named Roger Rabbit and a down-and-out private detective.
Stay out!
Named Eddie Valiant.
Ooga booga!
Every moment they were together was a new adventure in trouble.
Hide me, Eddie. Please.
It's a motion picture about friendship.
Get easy. Please, Eddie. Don't tell me you're making a big mistake.
Love. Compassion.
Well, I'm sorry I yanked your ears.
All the time you yanked my ears?
Murder.
Marvin Acme. The rabbit cacked him last night.
Remember, you never saw me.
Sex.
I'd do anything for my husband, Mr. Valiant. Anything.
Violence.
Tunes gets him every time.
You wouldn't have any idea where the rabbit might be? Got a thing for rabbits, huh? The whole thing stinks like yesterday's diapers.
It's a comedy a little different from all the rest.
I'm a pig. I'm a tune.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me?
Touchstone Pictures and Steven Spielberg present a Robert Zemeckis film,
We too may act idiotic, but we're not stupid.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, so I don't even need to explain why that movie is fucking a classic. You know what I'm saying? And like every time I watch this movie, I see something new. Even the trailer right now, like as I was watching this right now, I seen something new. Every time I watch this movie, I see something I never seen. Like
Roger,
even like right here.
Can we lose the playback, please? You're killing me.
For crying
Right here,
out loud,
watch it.
Roger. How many times do we have to do this damn scene?
See, like,
Go!
just as soon as I was breaking down, I was gonna break down the checkered floor. You see what I'm saying? And then like the checkered floor is some Masonic shit. But you see how it cut right there, like how they come across the set, like it's literally some fucking Pisces bipolar shit. Like you see how it literally like that checkered floor crosses over to the wood right there, like how you can see how the set is basically like the imagination. And like how the wooden floor is basically like the real world, and how there's a cross right there, like they always do shit like this, you know what I'm saying, in movies. And mind you too, like this movie was one of the movies where like they started to show you in movies and not just in movies, but in production itself, where like the production became part of the film. Like you see what I'm saying? And like you see this a lot, especially like in TV shows now, even in commercials, where like, you know, they'll say cut, like, you know, in the middle of the actual production, and then they'll show like behind this the actual, you know, production will be part of the production. You see what I'm saying? So you see them like all these dudes standing around.
I'll be in my trailer. Take it in.
You know, in the set, like these dudes on set, like all this shit is a set. Like you see what I'm saying? Like in that, it's some super deep hypnosis, subconscious shit. Like the set is the set type
23
shit.
times already.
I can take
You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit is a set. Like you forget you even watching a set. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know, be aware of this type of shit. So like, you know, this is one of the movies that really just started to like make me look at movies totally different as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I grew up watching you know, these type of movies. So like my mind was absorbing this shit at a young age. You know what I'm saying? And like I always had this dynamic going into, you know, making film and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that movie's a classic. And also too, like, you know, growing up, this movie became a huge reference for me, man. Just dealing with water signs and just dealing with certain people as a whole, man. Like just the idea of a cartoon living in the real world and people in the real world living inside a cartoon. Like to me, that was just like a huge reference for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you dealing like in the world we living in. You know what I'm saying? I kind of need the separation because like I be dealing with motherfucking cartoon motherfucking acting ass motherfuckers all the time. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was like, yo, like, you know, I was glad that they put that movie out there that like gives niggas some type of reference point. You know what I'm saying? What's another movie, man? Which one do I want to do? I'll do this real quick. This I ain't gonna lie, this is some weird shit. This movie had two different. This is a very weird fucking movie. I'm gonna let you know up front. You know what I'm saying? It had two different. One of them is called Dr. Sleep, and then the other one is called Close Your Eyes, I think it's called. You know what I'm saying? You can look this movie up from both names. Let me see. Dr. Sleep, Close Your Eyes. Is this it? Yeah, this is. Damn, this is a long ass thing. I don't even know if to watch this whole shit. But this movie crazy as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
Realised she'd been gone too long. I went to the door to check. Standing open. Someone had just taken her.
60 officers have spent 17 weeks and £6 million. And all we actually know about this monster is he's almost certain to strike again. And when he does, you're going to have to go on the telly again and say, we know, fuck off!
Think only nice thoughts. No more, little girls.
You saw her, didn't you? In my head. That's amazing. You could help me. She was kidnapped from her home in Hackney 3 weeks ago. 10 days later, she crawled out of a canal near Limehouse. Any word?
Not a sound. Another doctor?
Yeah, this one's special. Got me off the fags in one session.
I won't do anything unless you say so.
Don't fight it.
What's going on, Michael?
I'm helping the police treat a little girl.
A little girl in the papers.
I think I can help her.
The light covers you up, makes you feel safe and warm. You pass through the light to the place where you lost your voice.
She's lucky she got away. All 3 of them died from catastrophic serological reaction to blood. Human blood of the wrong type, injected into their veins.
She's got the killer's blood in her veins. Heather, where are you?
Wake up, Heather!
It's hardly something an 11-year-old girl would say.
It could be what we call a flashbulb memory. A vivid recollection imprinted on the brain by trauma.
Did you see anything?
No. Rosie, it's dangerous. If I screw up, she could...
Heather.
Draw something you remember from that time.
You sent me an email the other day saying I could come talk to you here.
All right.
We want your help.
Francis Paladine.
What sort of things was this Paladine up to?
He believed that souls could be passed from one body to another.
Didn't you realize that taking on this case would put you in the public eye?
I had other things on my mind.
Man, they giving away the whole goddamn movie in this trailer. I ain't gonna even do that whole shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's enough. But, like, I hope y'all caught what that was. Like, you know what I'm saying? This girl got killed and they hired this hypnotist to figure out what it was. You know what I'm saying? And, like, they ran into this dude who was basically like a motherfucking... I don't know where the fuck he was from, man, but, like, he was on some Smith shit, basically. Like, he was studying the concept of, like, a Zazel, you know what I'm saying? Body jumper from body to body. It's a fucking great movie, you know what I'm saying? But, it's weird as fuck. Like, that movie, I ain't gonna lie, like you don't need to smoke a hell of a lot of weed or something, like, to stay up to watch that movie, because it's fucking weird. But it's a dope-ass movie, like, the concept of it. This shit was fucking dope as fuck. This movie is sick as fuck to this day.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Pomo actually had put me on to this movie. Let me see if I can get it cracking.
What do these things want, and why are they here? You still don't get it, do you, boy?
They have recruited the rich and the powerful.
They're running the whole show.
Wake up! They're all about you, all around you. Blinded us to the truth.
Take a look.
They are safe as long as they are not discovered.
I don't know what they are or where they came from, but we gotta stop them. Stay away from me. What these are? They have us. Look at them. They're everywhere.
We have no other choice.
I don't like this one bit. Leave it alone, man. It ain't none of my business, ain't none of yours.
We have been lulled into a trance.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. We're in trouble. The whole world's in trouble. Control us! You're sending some kind of signals on TV sets.
I've got one that can see.
Mama don't like tattletale.
Now we start spilling some blood. Let's go!
Push a button.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick it. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
That shit is a classic to this day. If you ain't never seen that movie, you sleep as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? That movie, I think, is literally technology. And then, like, what that movie do to you after you watch it, you feel what I'm saying? You will never be the same after watching that movie. You know what I'm saying? It definitely heightens your whole perception of reality and your whole paradigm. You cannot watch that movie and be the same after watching that movie. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me see. Let me do. Man, it's a lot of fucking. I don't even know which one to start. I guess we could do Denzel. We could do Denzel for a minute. This movie, slept on movie. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Manchurian trailer. Denzel had this movie called Manchurian Candidate. Great movie to watch. It's about mind control.
When I sleep, I dream. I don't want to dream.
Something happened out there in the desert that night during that mission, and it's not what we thought it was, and it happened on my watch.
We've been down this road with you before, yes?
No, sir. Not this road. Sergeant Shaw, you ever dream about Kuwait? Captain Marco.
How much do you actually know about your friend?
I served under him. He was a good man.
That's what the neighbors always say about serial killers.
Somebody put an implant inside me, and I got a good feeling they put one in you, too.
You need to get help, Ben.
I'm not crazy, Shaw.
Raymond, this is J.B. Johnston of Manchurian Global.
We're strong supporters.
At a flick of a switch, we can adjust character, change personality.
These are not supposed to exist.
Raymond Prentice Shaw. Listen.
This is a coup. This is rich people funding bad science to put a sleeper in the White House.
Among the shareholders in Manchurian Global, you would find former presidents, supposed kings.
Yeah, I get it. They're big. They're huge.
And you bring me rumors and conjecture.
I started with nightmares, rumors, conjectures. That's a giant leap forward. Somebody got into our heads. Neurons got exposed and circuits got rewired. I think you should leave.
What are you doing?
I gotta find out what's gonna happen, where it's gonna happen.
He's delusional.
Watch where you going!
You swore to me that this was fail-safe. No leaks, no glitches. I will do whatever is necessary to protect my son.
We're gonna stop this and take them out.
You don't think they factored you in?
Hello, Captain. Do you remember me?
Manchurian Candidate is one of the first movies I ever heard about when I was studying MK Ultra. You know what I'm saying? They were talking about mind control when I first started studying that stuff. That was one of the first movies that I had ever was told about to study. And then this is another one. This is about mind control.
Earning on that eclipse. Don't touch it. Don't touch it yet. Let me get the big one. This one? No. This one? Yes.
This one had Mel Gibson in it. It's called Conspiracy Theory. It was mind you, this movie could have been a lot better. Just like Manchurian Candidate probably could have been a lot better, you know what I'm saying? But it was what it was. But you know what I'm saying? They still good movies to watch. They good references to have.
You're just too good to be true.
When you're in love, you'll jump from the top of the Empire State screaming Geronimo the whole way down. I love her so bad, I just, well, she wrecks me.
My name is Sutton. I'm with the Justice Department.
I am an American citizen, and I demand to see Alice Sutton.
He probably is crazy, but there's something about Jerry that...
Jerry Fletcher has theories.
The whole Vietnam War was fought over a bet that Howard Hughes lost to Aristotle Onassis.
Some would call his theories crazy.
You're telling me that NASA is going to kill the President of the United States with an earthquake?
It's not exactly the kind of thing a Secret Service agent can, just throw himself on top of.
He writes them in his newsletter.
This is the third issue this year, Conspiracy Theory.
He sends them out.
Look, I feel kind of naked back here. Could we get out of here?
Please don't tell me you're naked back there.
No, it's just a figure of speech. Could we go?
And she is the only one he trusts.
I've loved you since the first time I ever saw you.
Jerry, you don't love me.
I don't?
Now, one of his theories is true.
Can you prove any of this?
Absolutely not.
Only he doesn't know which one.
Must have hit a nerve with one of those articles in there.
But his enemies do.
How many subscribers do you have?
5.
Well, they're dead.
I have to find Jerry. Bingo! I got him. There he is.
These things that you're talking about, you did them to Jerry.
Jerry is very dangerous.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to find him because he'd find me.
Pick them up, heading for the bridge.
By nature, I'm not a violent man. If you hurt Alice, I'll kill you.
I'm torching my hub. Get down this hole.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah. A lot of symbolism in that movie. A lot of symbolism. That was one of the first movies that had crept through. I couldn't believe that they were saying half the shit they was even saying in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Especially like even the scene with Patrick Stewart, the bald head dude that was doing the mind control in that movie. Like that was some real shit. It was based off similar you know what I'm saying, events that you like. If you watch, what was it, the Street Fighter movie, you know what I'm saying, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, believe it or not, you know what I'm saying, it was, let's see, Street Fighter, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot of the same themes that you see in that, with the mind control. A lot of, I don't even know if they're gonna show it in here.
For free.
A lot of the same themes that was in, you know what I'm saying, dealing with mind control, they showed you the same shit in this movie, the Street Fighter movie, but I seriously doubt they will show this shit.
After 7 months of fighting, the civil war in Shadaloo may have reached the turning point. The capital has just fallen.
In December 1994, the forces of freedom will face a power-mad dictator in a struggle for the fate of the world.
But yeah, believe it or not, this stupid ass movie had hella fucking symbolism in it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you study M. Bison character, you know what I'm saying? He was basically like a real, like, he even broke down electromagnetism. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about how he levitates shit off the ground. That's some highly Thulian concepts like electromagnetism. Hella shit, the mind control, the shit that they did to Blanca. It was so much shit in this movie. You know what I'm saying? That mind, this is Raul Julia's last movie before he had died. You know what I'm saying? But you go back and watch this movie, it was a lot of shit in this movie that got slept on. Like, a lot of people fucking did not even understand was some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, it's a lot of movies like that. Like, what was that movie? Josie and the Pussycats. It's just like that. Let me see, Josie and the Pussycats. Same thing. Like, matter of fact, let me, I ain't even show you the trailer. Let me see if I can show you the Illuminati shit. Let me see. Illuminati. Like, this some crazy shit. Let me see. This is fucking nuts.
Next Truth and Fiction video. Today I'll be covering the film Josie and the Pussycats. First off, I want to point out that I would not have even thought of watching this film if it wasn't for an article I read by the website Vigilant Citizen. I'll provide a link to it below. While this film looks like your basic teenage girl movie, there's really a lot of important stuff in here. The main subject brought up in this film is mind control. The movie opens with a boy band named De Jour. If you remember the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, you will notice that this young teenage girl crowd is not an exaggeration.
Yeah, straight up love them. You know, like brothers.
Coming through the way not to love you for sure. Lying on your bed staring up at the moon. You got me crazy, gotta love you soon. I'm your bad.
Okay, you get the idea. Anyways, the band ends up jumping on their private jet and has a talk with their producer, whom they have something important to talk about.
Well, yo, we were like working on some remixes of the last single, right? And we heard like a really strange background track, and we were wondering whether or not you knew what it was all about. Gee, you know, I've no idea what that was.
Where did it come from?
I mean, why? We just want some answers.
The answers I will provide.
I'll be right back.
So after the band begins to question things, they are immediately disposed of. I mentioned in the introduction that any celebrity with the eyes and ears of the public has to be completely controlled because they have the ability to influence the masses. As I mentioned, this is the kind of power that they cannot afford to let get out of hand. Another important note is how the band was taken out by plane crash. I'll provide a link to a Wikipedia page on important people who have died this way, and you'll see that something is seriously wrong. Another thing.
This video, you're gonna find this video and watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna show you this whole video. You know what I'm saying? But like, it break down this movie exactly like the way, like, you can go watch this movie for yourself, and you know what I'm saying, and if you got a higher consciousness, you're gonna come to the same conclusions that he's basically breaking down in this video.
This is the story.
And that, like, you know what I'm saying, damn, they're gonna check her floor again just that quick. You know what I'm saying? But just like the way that they like put so much mind, like, that's a movie you would never even think to watch, but it is literally like a must-watch movie to understand like how mind control work. And then as far as also too, like, it's almost like pagan. And then, like, if you don't have higher consciousness, you can see how like bullshit just fills the void. Like, you know, if people, like, if you got independent thought, or if you know what I'm saying, if you do an inner work, you kind of see how, like, you know, that movie really puts it in your face how, like, people who don't do, like, you know, you're surrounded by people who sleep. Like, it literally shows you how the culture just absorbs those type of people. It's a great fucking movie to watch. You probably would never even think to fucking watch ever in your motherfucking life. Which one do I want to do now? Yeah, we can do that. This movie, you know what I'm saying, it's another one, kind of the same shit, talking about mind control on the same concept. Mind you, like, these were the first movies I was studying when I first had started, you know, getting consciousness. When I first started getting conscious, you know what I'm saying? These were the first movies that I was watching.
There's a crisis in the White House.
What's the crisis?
And the president's top advisors have been called together.
Oh, jeez.
The sexual misconduct occurred inside the Oval Office. With the election only days away, how much will this scandal affect the outcome?
The president spent the weekend pressing the flash. He wasn't campaigning, he was dating, actually.
Now, Washington's top spin doctor.
We can distract the press for 11 days till the election. I think we got a chance.
Has an idea.
We can't afford a war.
We're gonna have the appearance of a war.
But he can't pull it off without Hollywood's top producer.
Do I know you?
We have some mutual friends in Washington. Why come to me? We want you to produce. You want me to produce your war? Not a war. It's a pageant. We need a theme, a song, some visuals. We need, you know, it's a pageant.
New Line Cinema presents.
How close are you to this? What do you want the kid to say?
All the spectacle.
I know we're all concerned for the president.
I know we're all concerned for the president.
I know that we are all concerned for the president.
He didn't sell the line.
All the drama.
The president's gonna go to war with Albania in about 30 minutes.
Albania's hard to ride.
These are chips.
We need it for the arm position on the screen. It'll be a kitten. We'll punch it in later, right?
And all the effects of real war.
Okay, put the village behind her.
Give me some sound of screaming.
Without the casualties.
America has seldom witnessed a more poignant picture of...
They used the same process with the last Schwarzenegger movie. You're the man.
Albania, Albania.
That rhymes.
I can't believe it. We forgot a hero. It was like we sent him the Christmas card and we left out the, what do you call it? Fruitcake. There you go.
Sergeant Schumann, if I may, welcome to history.
How are you? Anybody want a beer? Because I could party.
When it's cooking, it's cooking.
From Academy Award-winning director Barry Levinson.
When this goes national, I get to put it on my resume?
Actually, no.
What could they do to me?
Take him home to your house and kill you.
Academy Award winner Dustin Hoffman.
This is politics at its finest.
Academy Award winner Robert De Niro.
How would you like an ambassadorship? That's my payoff. Hell, I just do it for a story to tell.
Oh, no, you couldn't tell anybody.
Listen, I'm just kidding.
No, you couldn't tell
No, it's just it's a pageant.
It's a pageant. That's what it is.
Wag the dog.
When the fit hits the shan, somebody's going to have to stay after school.
Yep, that's another one you want to watch, especially me being in production. Like, I've been in green screen shooters, I've done green screen work, I've done production. I had to study that movie. You know what I'm saying? Dawa put me on that movie. You know what I'm saying? Dawa introduced me to that movie. You know what I'm saying? At the time I was going through hella consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Great fucking movie, man. Talking about mind control. I'm looking at this list. I'm just trying to figure out like what I want to even put up. I don't know if you start to watch, these trailers. I'm showing you will start this, even though a lot of them look like they don't have nothing to do with each other on the surface. If you sit back and watch all these movies, you will start to see, you know what I'm saying, a similar theme in all of them. You will start to see that shit. Like this one, Black and White. It's a very slept on movie. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, Black and White. trailer. I think it was 99 maybe. It came out. Let me see. Yeah, this movie.
These are the people who make Gentleman Jack. Cultured, refined.
Like I said, and this movie is conscious in its own sort of way, but it's like, I don't know, man. If you didn't watch this movie when it came out, you kind of missed that era. You don't really understand like how powerful this movie was.
Sam Doniger, and this is my husband, Terry Doniger, and I'm a freelance documentary filmmaker. I'm doing a project on white high school kids who imitate black hip-hop life.
Can you change who you are? If you're black, can you bleach?
You're so young.
If you're white, can you die?
May I ask where you've been, Charlie?
Hi, Daddy. I've been at the library.
Oh, I've told you, if you must wear that ridiculous gold tooth, do it not in my house.
Life is just crazy, man. Can you be ghetto without living in the ghetto?
What you think these white people really want from us? Trying to imitate us, trying to rap, trying to dress black?
Can it be all so simple?
It ain't that simple.
You know what I mean?
Can you look within and embrace your soul or not?
I'm here to sell records for you. If I do the video, it's gonna cross over.
He gonna make it look like it's Hollywood, even though it ain't Hollywood.
Right.
Dean, right?
Yeah.
Point guard on the Rider team. I was just wondering if you wanted to make $50,000.
I think they gonna get some kind of life force.
All right, I want to tell me what the crew can offer you.
They offer us like safety.
He offered me 50.
I don't know if y'all can see like the people in this movie, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know dude name that was in Harry Potter, you know what I'm saying? But dude from was it Elijah Wood, I think his name is, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Ben Stiller, Method Man, Raekwon Power. This shit had Brooke Shields in it. It had man, hell of motherfuckers, Mike Tyson, fucking Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Man, hell, that ain't even half the people.
$2,000 to throw a game. Should I do it?
Supermodel, her right there. Claudia Schiffer. Claudia Schiffer's in this movie. You know what I'm saying?
That's Mike Tyson.
I had a dream about you 2 weeks ago.
I'm on parole, brother. Please.
Well, in the dream you were holding me, that's all.
You can look at me as long as you want.
I thought I could trust you. What is this?
Trust me, what did I do?
I didn't know that you knew these people. Why don't you get back downtown? Why don't you do that?
I don't want to pretend anymore.
Richard, I'm gay.
Okay, Richard does not care.
But I'll always be me and you always be you.
I'm just trying to give you a reality check on how you're living right now.
White people are as different from each other as black people.
What do you want me to do? Kill a guy myself tonight? I'll do it for you, no problem.
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
You can't tell no child to do a man's job.
Stay right there.
Yo, relax.
Stay right there.
See, we plan our dreams. It ain't a game. We don't run game. We run businesses. Watch us shine and the world be our witnesses.
I can do whatever I want. I'm a kid in America.
Let me just introduce myself to you. In all honesty, I'm a fan.
Listen, I'm from a different culture.
Want me to turn it off?
This is not a study of animals.
It's off.
Movie is sick as fuck. If you ain't seen that movie, you slept. So, and mind you, like, you had to see it at the time. This is one of the movies that fell through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? That, like, you kind of had to see that shit at the time to really understand, like, how powerful that movie really was. You know what I'm saying? The movie was fucking sick. Sick as fuck. Yeah, that movie, you know, is it definitely a part of my whole fucking subconscious. Man, which one do I want to see? Alright, well, I guess I could do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't ever seen, you know, there's some shit that kind of woke me up. I ain't never heard of, I don't even know what, let me see. Alex Jones, Bohemian Grove. Do they even have a trailer for this? Let me see. I saw this video a long time ago of Alex Jones sneaking into Bohemian Grove. And it fucked my head up when I thought it was like one of the first.
What are you doing here? It's Batman.
It was one of the first shits that had ever got my motherfucking brain opening up to the fact that there was like a hidden government and like a conspiracy.
About the Bohemian Club, what is that for people out there who don't know about this, you know, what some would say secret society?
Well, in 1878, a group of artists and newspaper reporters in San Francisco set up a retreat about 60 miles north of San Francisco, outside the tiny mining town of Monterey. But by the turn of the century, U.S. presidents were traveling there once a year to take part in the revelry. And it began to get more and more occultic by the 20s and 30s. And we know this from some of the internal annals of the Bohemian Club that we've gotten a hold of from some of the California universities that have been the official archivist of the Bohemian Grove. And so there was a lot of occultic rituals, Masonic rituals, and things that go on there. But none of it had ever been caught on video. And on July 15th, 2000, July 15th is always when they kick off the Bohemian Grove. It had been rumored that they engaged in this strange ritual where they burnt the effigy of a child before this 45-foot stone idol that looks like a bull or a horned owl. And so I snuck into the Bohemian Grove with a hidden camera and shot the first and only footage of the actual ritual taking place.
Which was fucking crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this was at a time, like a little bit right before YouTube had even came out. So like, this is like right when YouTube was like still fucking brand new. And like motherfuckers still watching shit on DVD. And I remember like I had seen this shit on DVD. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that shit on YouTube. You know, and I remember at the time, like, if you ain't never seen this footage or if you ain't never had watched this, like, I don't know if you remember this era. You know what I'm saying? This is by far one of the most powerful documentaries that changed my fucking life. And you know what I'm saying? We talk about these things now, like, you know, it ain't a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I remember, you know, at the time when I saw that documentary, I was never the same again. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this is, like, right all around, you know, say 9/11 and all this type of shit. And then, like, you know, it was just so much information coming through the computer that made me realize just like how much we are just like sheep. You know what I'm saying? That like we don't know, we didn't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And like Alex Jones, he's a fucking Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, man, I never was the same after I saw that documentary. So even though that's not a movie, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to throw that on there just to show, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that was definitely one of the movies that changed my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it's a whole bunch of fucking movies. Like, I can keep this shit fucking going, man. Like, don't really want to keep showing you movies. Like, I guess I could do this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, like, yeah, I'm gonna do some total Aquarius shit. And then, like, these two movies I'm about to show you are not, they totally different from each other. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they totally the fucking same. And mind you, they're totally opposite. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm gonna show you this one first. You know what I'm saying? This is the Spike Lee Malcolm X movie that came out in 1992.
Building a better bank starts with looking at something old.
I saw this shit with my father. We went to the movie and saw this shit twice. The whole family had went. And then, you know what I'm saying? Me and my father had went to see it together. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the movies, same thing, literally formed my whole subconscious of who I was. And, you know
where you came from. What's your name?
Malcolm Little.
No. That's the name of the slave masters who own your family. You don't even know who you are. Who are you?
Say Roseland. Roseland.
He was a pusher, a hustler, a thief.
You ready to tackle the streets?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let him come.
He was loved, respected, convicted.
State your number, Little. I forgot it.
In a dream that's divine.
He was a prisoner who set himself free.
A Muslim must be strikingly upright. I will not touch the white man's drugs, his liquor, his women, so that those in the darkness can see the power of the light. I will not lie, cheat, or steal.
I believe you will remain faithful. Yes.
He was a follower who became a leader.
You're not an American. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
He brought honor to disobedience.
I suggest you look outside that window. You've been laying down and bowing down for 400 years. I think it's time to stand up.
All right, break it up. You got what you wanted.
Nah, I'm not satisfied.
That's too much power for one man to have.
And a voice to a people who longed to be heard.
You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray.
You saying you're anti-white?
No, you're saying I'm anti-white.
I'm sorry, Betty. I haven't been the best husband. I love you.
Do you advocate violence?
No, sir.
Academy Award winner Denzel Washington's most electrifying performance. Director Spike Lee's most powerful film.
Malcolm, can we all live together?
I sincerely hope so.
Yeah, that movie. That movie, like, you know what I'm saying? Every time I see them images even come through the screen, like, that movie is, like, alive to me. There's something about that movie, it's like, it makes you just feel like Malcolm X still alive. You know what I'm saying? They literally did a fucking crazy-ass job with that movie. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I don't know, like, you know, I had the luxury of growing up just in a time in the 90s where, like, just the movies and the energy and the stuff, it's like I grew up in a time where, like, we just knew who we were, like, we just had that, you know, I don't know, man, like, I just feel sorry for the kids that's growing up today, man, because, like, man, like, and mind you, like, I didn't know what we had, like, you know, the type of movies, the type of film, the type of cinema, the type of music we were listening to, like, in the 90s, like, right in that era, man, you know what I'm saying, man, like, you know, after 2001, man, and, like, just after, man, it was just like, that was just the end of a fucking era of just consciousness that, like, we would never be able to get back again. Like, Martin was on fucking TV. It was just, like, you know what I'm saying, even though he's not necessarily conscious, you know what I'm saying, but it was just a good time just to be alive, man, and, like, just be black in America. You know what I'm saying? With, like, all of that shit just coming in your motherfucking psyche. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I don't know if we ever get a time like that ever again. You know what I'm saying? So, and just as soon as I... you're entering the mind of an Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just as soon as I play y'all that trailer, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you another trailer that, like, literally had almost damn near the same effect on me. Even though I just showed you them images like that, I'm going to show you something total opposite that, like, had just as much, I ain't going to say just as much, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it had a very profound impact on me. And I still didn't know, you know, at the time when I saw it, I didn't know why I was affected by this movie so much the way I was. But as I grew up and realized I was an Aquarius, it made more sense. Just the imagery and just the themes of this movie really fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I was literally addicted to this fucking movie. Let me see.
There's no such thing as a perfect writer. This is why I...
You know, too, another thing, I always felt that this movie was a slept-on movie, you know what I'm saying, that should have got a lot more respect than it did. Just for the record.
An unborn child experiences everything that the mother experiences.
The neighbors talk about him like he's some kind of a phantom. The old folks may have kept him down there like some kind of a family secret.
What's your name?
Powder.
I've never seen anything like him.
Test shows that you're a genius.
You have the most advanced intellect in the history of humankind.
You took me from my home to a place you know I'll be unhappy. Wondering if you've done the right thing.
You read minds, too?
Why you look like that? You look like some kind of vampire from outer space or something. What are you doing?
That's a clean kill, right to the heart.
He just couldn't see what he was doing, so I helped him.
He lays his hand on the deer while it's still shaking, and then he touches me at the same time. He took whatever's in that deer, and he put it right into me. It's like I could feel that animal dying. I don't know what it is you do,
I'm not even sure I believe you can do it. If you can, I need your help.
She thinks I'm an angel. Come to take her home.
With everything we know about science, about the makeup of the human body, what happened in that classroom is impossible.
Do you think I'm ugly?
I think you're the most beautiful face I've ever seen. From the first moment, I had this feeling that you would change everything I knew.
Yeah, so we just went from Malcolm X to Powder because I'm fucking weird like that. But like at the same time, at least it made sense in my motherfucking head. You know what I'm saying? That like, you know, it's so wild how like, you know, when you take away a lot of when people look at their life so intrinsically, when you remove a lot of that shit, you see a lot of people, we all kind of want the same shit, and we want to be able to work our powers and work out space the way we work it to cause effective change. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what I take away from both of them fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, all of these movies, you know what I'm saying? Like the more you start to look at, you know what I'm saying, these movies, you start to see a similar, like I said, a similarity in all of them. You know what I'm saying? It just take a while to like, you know what I'm saying, put it together. But like, these movies are literally like the most movies that make up
Doctor Strange.
Part of my fucking mind.
You think you know how the world works? What if I told you the reality you know is one of many?
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to. Through the mystic arts, we harness energy and shape reality. We travel great distances in an instant.
How do I get from here to there?
How did you become a doctor?
Study and practice, years of it.
There's a strength to him.
But is he ready? Be careful which path you travel down, Strange. Stronger men than you have lost their way. I am death. In pain. You'll die protecting this world.
I can't do this.
There is no other way.
I've spent so many years peering through time, looking for you.
I went to the movies like 3 times and saw that movie fucking like 3 times when I saw that movie. That movie combined so many other movies that I had seen into like one movie. It was fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That movie was one of my favorite movies I hadn't seen in a long ass fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucking had a blast going to see that movie. This movie you gotta watch like 3 times. I ain't gonna even lie. You gotta watch this movie like 3-4 times before it even makes sense. It's called Revolver.
In every game and con, there is always an opponent. There is always a victim.
Jake Green got out today.
7 years goes by quick. Are you sure this is a good idea? He owes me and he owes you. Now he has to pay. It's cause and effect. Rule 1 of any game or con. You can only get smarter by playing a smarter opponent.
I've been warned if I let you sit down at this table, I might regret it.
I'll toss you for everything under your chin.
You're on.
Where was security?
They gassed him. It was impossible to break into.
What obviously wasn't impossible to move, now was it, Paul? You don't even use that safe.
Sam Gold's powder was in there.
What's rule 2 of any game?
The more sophisticated the game, the more sophisticated the opponent.
Mr. Gold doesn't give more time, and he doesn't give second chances.
No one sees gold, but Gold sees everything.
To Sam Gold, I found myself chained to.
When the opponent is challenged, it means the victim's intelligence is questioned.
Pull the troops together.
There will be consequences.
You think I'm afraid of consequences?
No one can accept that.
We know Green's behind everything.
Hurt him.
Get in the car. I wanted you dead, I would have shot you already.
Sort of never misses. Something is very wrong here.
Wake up, Mr. Green.
No one lives and displeases Gold.
Do you know who Sam Gold is, Mr. Green? He's behind every crime ever committed.
If you follow my channel, that is a must-watch movie. I'll repeat that shit again. If you follow my channel, it's a must-watch movie. I saw that movie on bootleg, you know what I'm saying, back in 2005. You know what I'm saying? This is right. This is one of the first movies I saw on bootleg. You know what I'm saying? I fucking destroyed. I made so much fun. But like hella people loved it, but they didn't understand what they was looking at. And if you go do the research on this movie, you will see that it's actually the Kabbalah. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a manifestation of the Kabbalah. And like, you know, like Andre 3000 represented Chesed. The guy Big Pussy from Sopranos, he represented Gerva. Hella shit, Golden Green. It was Mott and Dot. Like, you go do the research and you on Revolver, you see Guy Ritchie, who was dating Madonna at the time. Madonna was introducing him to the Kabbalah, and he wanted to make a movie about the Kabbalah, and that's literally what Revolver is. And like I said, it takes about, you got to watch that movie like 2-3 times, or watch it like and read it along with it, like Wikipedia, and really to get an understanding of what it is, because it's like a code. It's literally the Kabbalah in a movie. You know what I'm saying? From an American interpretation. You know what I'm saying? But like if you watch it 2-3 times, it is a great source to get a good understanding, like to give you some theater for the Seraphites of the Kabbalah. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't know about that movie, I'm glad I was one to introduce you to that shit too. Because that movie is a really good one to watch. I guess we can do this real quick. Which one is it? Kirk meets Guy. This movie. What is God? Yeah, this movie.
Is this the voice of God?
One voice, many faces. Does this better suit your expectations?
What's it to?
It is I. The journey you undertook to reach me could not have been an easy one.
It was not. The barrier stood between us, but we breached it.
Magnificent. You are the first to find me.
We sought only your infinite wisdom.
And how did you breach the barrier?
With a starship.
This starship. Could it carry my wisdom beyond the barrier?
It could, yes.
then I shall make use of this starship.
It will be your chariot.
Excuse me.
It will carry my power to every corner of creation.
Excuse me, I'd just like to ask a question. What does God need with a starship?
Bring the ship closer.
I said, what does God need with a starship?
Jim, what are you doing? I'm asking you a question.
Who is this creature?
Who am I? Don't you know? Aren't you God?
He has his doubts.
You doubt me?
I seek proof. Jim, you don't ask the Almighty for his ID.
I'm going to pause that right there. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite scenes ever. You know what I'm saying? In Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? With Kirk and them had made God. You know what I'm saying? And just to connect a couple dots for you. A minute ago, we watched a trailer called Conspiracy Theory. You know what I'm saying? It had Mel Gibson in it. Mel Gibson was playing a character named Sergio Manas. Sergio Manas was a conspiracy theorist who, in real life, you know what I'm saying, believed that the government was working on a plan called Project Bluebeam that was going to create a similar effect of what you're seeing right here. Basically, like, it was going to create like this hologram of God. You know what I'm saying? That was like able to interact with people and stuff like, you know what I'm saying? This movie was the reference that he always used when describing Project Bluebeam. So I'm saying, if you look at Project Bluebeam, you know, you'll see some similar things that I'm showing you in it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's Star Trek Final Frontier. Great movie to fucking watch. Especially if you follow this page. Yeah, we can do this real quick while I grab a beer. We can do this real quick while I grab. I just saw this recently. It's a great fucking movie.
My name's Wade Watts. My dad picked that name because it sounded like a superhero's alter ego, like Peter Parker or Bruce Banner. But he died when I was a kid. My mom too. And I ended up here. Sitting here in my tiny corner of nowhere. There's nowhere left to go. Nowhere. Except the Oasis. A whole virtual universe. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do. But they stay because of all the things they can be.
Can you feel this?
Yeah. It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. The Oasis was the brainchild of James Halliday.
Hello. If you're watching this, I'm dead. I created a hidden object, an Easter egg. The first person to find the egg will inherit $500 billion and total control of the Oasis itself.
Who is this Parzival, and how the hell is he winning?
Find him.
This isn't just a game. I'm talking about actual life and death stuff.
The Oasis, the world's most important economic resource. And it's nothing less than a war for control of the future.
Welcome to the rebellion, Wade.
Like many of you, I only came here to escape. But I found something much bigger than just myself. Are you willing to fight?
Help us save the Oasis.
Yeah, so needless to say, that movie totally fucking blew on. I think that movie just came out like a year ago. Definitely got like instantly added to one of my favorite movies of all time, even though it was a lot of shit wrong with that movie. I ain't gonna even lie. You know what I'm saying? It was a good movie, but it was a lot of shit. It could have been a much better, great movie. But like, for what it was, the concepts, the themes, I fucking loved it. You know what I'm saying? It was imagery, you know what I'm saying, and theme-wise, conscience-wise, it was right up there with the fucking Matrix. You see what I'm saying? Did it hit all of the same buttons that the Matrix hit? No, it did not, but it definitely did give me a lot reminiscent of it, like a nostalgic type feeling.
How do we tell people they get the best of both worlds with Sprint?
You know what I'm saying? They didn't take me there, but it did feel good to see, you know, it was like fucking retro as fuck. That movie was retro as hell, and I just felt hella nostalgic watching that movie. You know what I'm saying? And it just, they tied the same concepts with the Matrix. I fucking like it.
you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real one?
It's the question that drives us, Neo.
What is the Matrix? It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. You are a slave born into a prison for your mind.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy.
Try to realize the truth.
What truth?
There is no spoon.
Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague, and we are the cure.
So you're here to save the world?
I'm trying to free your mind, Neo, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it. It seems that you've been living two lives.
I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Everyone who has fought an agent has died. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
So what do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
Mr. Anders.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge bullets?
No, Neo. I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to.
The movie is still ahead of its time. I can sit here and name a million reasons why I love that movie. You know what I'm saying? From the comedics to the symbolism to fucking the performances to like the music to the soundtrack to the time to the era when it came out. I do believe that the first Matrix was the best one of all of the series. I did love the Matrix 2, you know what I'm saying? But I felt that the first one was the best one. The movie changed my life for multiple reasons. That movie, yeah, that was like the movie of movies. And then along with this one, it was kind of the same thing.
Building a better bank starts with looking at something.
Smith jumping from body to body. This movie is like a major staple in my consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with Hood X, dealing with Smith, jumping from body to body. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Yeah, this movie right here, Fallen. And then the next one I'm gonna show y'all probably the last one. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Reese. Monsieur, it's the brilliant detective who sealed my British fate. Remember this, Hobbs? What goes around really goes around.
You have a safe trip, yeah?
Is on my side. Go ahead! Light up my life!
Criminals like Reese, they kill a few people somehow, it ain't their fault. But what took place tonight is the consequences of what I do.
You're home early today.
What change?
Detective John Hobbs wants to uncover the truth.
What does Azazel mean? Now, my dictionary says that evil spirit of the wilderness.
Walk away, Mr. Hobbs.
But nothing in this world
is on my side.
Can help him solve this case.
There are angels. Some of these angels were cast down, and a few of the fallen were punished by being deprived of form.
Come on, get out of here.
And each touch
And at the execution, did he try and touch you?
Yeah, he did, actually. Passes the soul of a killer into someone new.
Well, I believe what I see, and I'm still trying to get my mind around what I just saw.
Some things, pal, you shouldn't know.
I know you, Hobbs.
Put the gun down.
I know who you are.
Put the gun down!
Is on my side. Hey, pal.
My work is based upon evidence.
And aren't your facts resistant to normal interpretation?
Hey, Hobbs.
You leave my family alone.
I'm still having fun.
Denzel Washington.
How do we fight him? Is it even possible?
I believe it is.
John Goodman.
Josie, you know I didn't do this.
I know it is, Hobbs.
Donald Sutherland.
I know you know more than you're saying.
Haven't you done enough, huh?
Time is on my side.
Fallen.
Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Every time I hear that song, I think of Zazel. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, like I said, it's kind of the same thing with Smith, jumping from body to body. Same, you know what I'm saying, taking over the body, you know, demon possession, shit like this. Yeah, that was a huge part of the Hood X mind frame when I started learning about what Smith was. You know what I'm saying? Fallen was the fucking key to that movie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what up, Kareem Spiritworks? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the birthday shout out. You know what I'm saying? What up, everybody in the chat room, Rhonda Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers still rocking. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple more, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all, but like this list way too long. I can't show y'all all these trailers. Y'all, we be up all night watching. It's too many fucking trailers on here, man. You know what I'm saying? But I will show y'all this motherfucker right here. This shit is a motherfucking classic. Nigga, you talking about classic?
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire,
this movie right fucking here. This the trilogy: The Matrix, Adjustment Bureau, and Fall.
You're that guy running for Senate, aren't you?
I am that guy, yeah. Are you a registered New York voter?
Do I sound like I am?
David!
I gotta go. Sorry.
How was that? I don't know.
Let's race.
You challenged me in those shoes?
What is this? We are the people who make sure things happen according to plan. We monitor the entire world.
Can't outrun your fate, David.
You've just seen behind a curtain that you weren't even supposed to know existed. This is your plan, and we're determined to keep it that way. You bumped into a woman this morning on the bus.
Were you just staring at my legs?
I was defenseless against the dress. What does that have to do with anything? Your path through the world is supposed to have been adjusted. You weren't ever supposed to see her again.
If you truly love her, just walk away. If you stay with her, it not only kills your dreams, it kills hers.
I don't care what you put in my way. I'm not giving up.
They're making a run for it.
What the hell is going on?
I need you to trust me.
Okay.
All I have are the choices I make, and I choose her.
Just remember, we tried to reason with you.
Must watch movie if you follow this. Must fucking watch movie if you follow this channel. You know what I'm saying? I actually did a whole fucking video series explaining this concept of the agents. You know what I'm saying? I even had some clips in there from fuck his name, White Shadow from Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? He was an agent too. The whole concept of, you know, the guys following around, like everybody have you subconscious believe, you know, it's fucking conspiracy theory, man. It's Agent Smith type motherfucker following you around, recording all your conversations, checking your texts. You said like the boogeyman, like the fucking conspiracy theory boogeyman. Like, oh, don't send that text, they watching me. Or I can't say that online because they watching. Like, you know, Smith, this is what we call the fucking White Shadow. You know, I had a whole series talking about this, and this movie fit that whole fucking aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? And it's a major big piece of that whole series. You know what I'm saying? So I highly suggest you watch that fucking movie. Prey, you talking about the movie Prey? I don't know if you're talking about the one with the lions. You know what I'm saying? I did see a movie called Prey a while ago. It had these motherfuckers stuck in the fucking car in Africa. And these fucking lions was at their ass. You know what I'm saying? That was a cold ass movie. It's some shit that I just cut on one day. That was raw as fuck. I don't know if that's the movie you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a dope ass movie. Another movie I saw that was like that was cold as hell. It was called ATM. Like, I don't know if you heard this movie. It was in Chicago. These people stuck in the ATM booth with this fucking dude outside trying to kill their ass. It's a fucking raw ass movie. You know what I'm saying? I can go show the trailer, you know what I'm saying? But those are two raw ass movies, you know what I'm saying, that I am familiar with. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, on that note, I'm not going to show y'all all these movies, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a shitload of movies, you know what I'm saying? But we got it in, you know what I'm saying? I showed y'all fucking nice, decent, a handful of movies, you know what I'm saying? If you start with those movies, I'll probably end up doing a part 2 of this series, you know what I'm saying? Because I could do this shit fucking for the next like 4 or 5 hours. Just keep showing you trailer after trailer shit. It's just not only enlightening, but fucking raw as hell too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna fucking check this shit out. Nah, I never seen that one. I never seen that version of Prey. I never seen that one. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check. The one I saw, like I said, had some lions in it, and I highly suggest you watch that movie. That shit was raw as fuck. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, it's been a blast kicking with y'all. I'm about to go roll another spliff. I got some work I gotta do. I got some eBay orders I gotta take care of. Make sure you check into the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these videos you notice I've been doing for the past couple days have been coming down because they go into the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to keep updated with the videos, a lot of the videos on this page are gonna be going into Patreon. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to keep up to date, make sure you sign up for the fucking Patreon. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. Make sure you sign up for the Patreon. Alright? Alright? All I know too, I'll let y'all know, motherfucker, I won a scratch ticket. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I fucking won, man. I won like $2 with the 9. You know what I'm saying? So I've got some good luck going. You know what I'm saying? I believe today is the first day of fucking Pisces season. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, watch out for the, you know, Pisces energy creeping through. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's what it is. So, shout out Pisces season. You know what I'm saying? You all know I be talking hella shit about Pisces on this page, but, you know, it's all love. We all family. Y'all are the fucking weird uncle / fucking retarded stepbrother. So, y'all family. You know what I'm saying? So, happy birthday to all the Pisces. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody watching. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate, you know, everybody in the comment section getting it cracking. Get the brook out of here. You know, you dig. All that good. Hold on, man. What the fuck is this shit? Let me do this shit right. Okay, there we go.
Up in 2022 and came back to the future just to meet with you. We met right here, we had a rendezvous. You would listen to my tape so you know what to do. And all I know is you gon' nod your head to this and get some bread to this. From Chicago to Los Angeles, dangerous. I am angel dust, you can't hang with us. Take your aim at us, all that gang shit is strange to us. Watch me go ape shit, your bitch is basic. Time to change the tires on this spaceship. Time to press rewind on my tape shit. I was trying to find some 7 signs on some same shit. Got back on my rape shit. Shorty say a man, he a sucker, he don't fuck her right. Goofy motherfucker, stupid, you know, just a sucker type. But you know how we do it, baby, you ain't gotta sacrifice. Cause me and you, we make the type of music bring you back to life. Analyze, digitize, multiply. Look in her eyes, touch her thighs. Multiply. Analyze, digitize, multiply. with Doc Brown. That means it's Back to the Future. Plus I get around y'all stages